Hey everybody, it's your girl Shadonna Mo McFall, and we are live. Let me get this computer together because I don't want to be off center. There we go. I am here with the Honorable Tajala Battle-Lockhart. Tajala, how you doing?
Hey, hey, hey. I'm on the motion.
Everybody, it's your girl Shadonna Mo McFall, and we are live. Let me get this computer together. Okay, somebody got either, yes, think you got your Facebook on, or is that my Facebook?
I got mine on.
Okay, let me go ahead and Facebook off because I heard no feedback. Okay, there we go. So, Taj, as you know, these 30 minutes go by so fast. And I know we have another show back to back. We're going to be on Clubhouse at 8:00. So I just really want to get into it. So thank you so much, like I said, for agreeing to do this. I know you are super busy. I know you're super busy because we're super busy together. So thank you in advance for being here. So I really just want to get started with letting everybody know that you are a Carolina girl. So you tell them a little bit more about where you're from and what you're doing now. And then we'll get into some of the meat and potatoes, but I really want you to tell, because I know the story, but I'll let my guests tell the story the way they want to tell the story. So what's going on? Why you leave North Carolina? That's what I want to know.
Look, it was time to grow. You can't grow when you stay planted in one spot. So you got to kind of, refill your pot and move to the next pot and grow from the next pot. You got to replant yourself. I just wanted to kind of, venture out and see the world. So I took baby steps. Let's be clear. Yeah. So I went on the North Carolina journey before I made it to Atlanta. And then Atlanta is where I really ended up at. And I found out that man, what I'm talking about. That
no,
man.
I don't know. I don't. I really don't. So that's a sore topic for me. I don't know.
So I found the man, and he was promoted to DC for a job with Marriott because we met in the hospitality industry. So we're Marriott love romance. Okay. And that's how we ended up in DC, and we've been here for 19 years coming up in March.
All right. Well, that is so exciting. Congratulations on all the moves, all the success, the 19 years, because I know 19 years is a long time to be with the same. But I don't know, but I imagine that it will be.
You will know one day.
I think it's a long time to be with one person, but congratulations, because like I said, everybody doesn't get that.
Yeah, no.
Everybody don't make it to 19.
Yeah, you got to put the work in,
Absolutely.
And that's with anything. But you got to put the work in. If you're willing to do the work, and you can make it happen.
Absolutely. Like I said, and I know, like I said, we don't have a lot of time, but I know what I know about you. So I know what I think the people would be interested in. So I always say I know because that's the brand, the more you know. So let's talk about this honorable title that I'm really fascinated with, because like I said, we talked about the nonprofits and all of the things, because that's a big deal. I know you, and we've had these conversations, but Taj, that is a huge deal, especially like I said, and I don't want to act like we don't know what's going on today with the things that are going on in DC. I know you're in the Maryland area. So that's being an elected official is a huge deal. So tell us a little bit more about why you wanted to run for the school board and what that journey was like for anybody else that's wanting to come behind you. Because to be imperfect, in all honesty, we need more people on this trail. We need more people to take those hard roads to get in those seats to save us.
Yeah, no. Well, my number one reason is my daughter is in the school system that I am a board member of. So, that it started in my home. But however, me as an educator, I had been educating at-risk youth. I started that some years ago, and it just became a part of my passion. And I learned so much about needs that were out not just in our community, but a lot of communities. And I learned even from the system that I'm in right now is that when I first started, we had 700 plus homeless kids. So I wanted to be the voice for the voiceless. Just even as an only child, sometimes it gets, most times it's lonely.
Mhm.
So I can only imagine what I could only imagine what life is like being homeless with really nobody
Mhm.
to really have to lean on to support. So I just wanted to go and find, stop being the one just sitting at the table complaining all the time
Mhm.
and talking about some good stuff. I decided to get up from the kitchen table and go do the work for my community and see if I can make a change, at least to impact my daughter and all the kids within the system, and support the parents and the journey.
Yeah.
Wow, the journey was quite the journey. I just want you guys to know this journey was important to me because I'm from the projects, and most times society, where majority of the time you hear society say, people like me are not supposed to be in the places that, politicians or big celebrities are supposed to be. And, once God gives me something, I don't care if I have what society say I have it. God gave it to me as mine, and I'm going to own it. And it wasn't for me about winning and losing for real. It was about, I won when I saw my name on the ballot. Let's be very clear. I just want everybody to understand that go through that journey in the campaign season and all the work that you put in. I knocked on doors for days. I physically myself with my family, they went with me. So,
Mhm.
for me to be and understand my history and to walk in that ballot box and see not only my name, my husband ran for office as well. So I'm voting for myself, and my husband and my daughter is there to watch.
Mhm.
I'm on my legacy journey right now. So that's a part of my legacy right there. I won just, putting myself out there and overcoming the fact that the naysayer said I wasn't good enough to be, I'm not supposed to be. I even lost a friend because she kept promoting, out there that I wasn't qualified. So God and myself and all my hard work, I proved them wrong. And here I am. I just actually got off a meeting from with the legislation talking about how we're going to move in the new year. So I'm learning so much,
Mhm.
and that's so important. And as I learn, I educate the community. So that's my goal is when I learn, I take it back to my community because we don't know everything. So when
Mhm.
I just want to continue to pour. If I know it and God say you're supposed to go give it back to somebody else. So that's what I do. So my campaign journey it was hectic. I started with a lot of people, but I ended all with the key people that I needed.
Mhm.
And here I am now. I'm actually, this month is my 2 year, getting ready to start in my third year.
That is phenomenal. And you guys, you heard that. And I don't want to harp on the negative piece of it, but I want to
But
harp
it's
on the
reality. It's reality.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell the story. I got to tell it all.
yeah.
You
But
know,
for me, because I know sometimes we love to go to the negative piece, and I tell people I think I'm Wendy Williams in my head. I don't want to take. I know what Wendy Williams would go with it. I
yeah,
know
yeah.
she'll go with the friend and the this. I ain't gonna go there.
No, yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna go with okay. You won when you saw your name on the ballot, putting
yeah,
yourself out there. And I know we have these conversations all the time because we're working together. We're doing the PR and we're doing the thing. I remember the first time you was like the consultation we had. You was like, hey, I got to do it. I didn't come this far for
mm-hmm,
nobody to know. Like, hey, I'm all in. I said, hey, sis, let's go. So I
mm-hmm.
love it when you say you won when you put your name on the ballot. So that was listen, that was like they say on Clubhouse. You on here dropping gems.
No, it's very real. I mean, and that's the one thing that we need to understand. There's value in things that you do, especially something like that. And I don't take it lightly. And as I continue to have opportunities like this, you never know who needed to hear that. So yeah,
Absolutely.
just to be able to get that name and go in the booth and vote for yourself. That's something to say right there.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because I was on the student council ever since I was in the third grade. From third grade on to I think I stopped in 10th grade. Ran for in the third grade I couldn't run. Fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, all the grades I won. Was on student council. Ran for every election. Never won one election. In junior high and high school and all of the things. But you know what? I ran.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the posters. I got up there and did the speeches. I'm shaking. I don't know. Like I said, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And so it's like now people be like, Mo, you ain't scared to get on here and talk? No.
Mm-mm.
What's there to be scared of?
Everybody's human just like us.
Yeah, I'm scared. Like, no, I done lost before. People done told me no before, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something I want to do, I'm gonna do it. And that, like you said, that's the win.
Mm-hmm.
That is the win, doing what you set out to do.
Exactly.
So I know I just got my copy of the Nonprofit Legacy book in the mail last week. Yes. So congratulations. I know. Hold on. I know I'm not going to move. I ain't going to be ghetto and grab it. It's right there. But I'm like, Mo, stay professional. If you was on set, you wouldn't be running around doing all the things.
It's okay. I'm glad you're excited about it. You know, I'm excited about it too. This is a blessing. God gave this to me, you know.
Absolutely, because they're so, like I said, a nonprofit founder, Edie. That's another journey that a lot of folks don't understand. They see the glitz and the glam and the photos and the news stories and some donations, but they don't see all of the no's. You know, people don't post, but they don't post their rejection letters. They don't. Sorry, Miss McFall. We hate to inform you. We didn't. You know, nobody posts those. And I used to make a joke that I'm going to start posting the no's so people can see that it's not all, you know, glitz and glam. It ain't always wins. But nobody posts their losses. Nobody posts the things, the stories. You say you do.
I do. I last year this time I was promoting her vision program. You know, I'm promoting, trying to get people excited about focusing on the mind, body, soul, that type of thing. You know, and you know, I just reflected by the end of the year that was one of my failures. You know, I didn't get any buy-in for that, but I'm okay. Look where I am now, a #1 best-selling author. So maybe that wasn't a plan for, you know, a part of my plan. I was moving too fast, probably.
Exactly. I was just about to say, okay, we about to regroup because I know we got this whole group chat thing going. I was thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and tell it now so they can't say no. So I have this little character called Supermo. I had this little cartoon character. I'm like, well, Supermo got some friends now, so we gonna come out. Because sometimes we start these journeys by ourselves, and it's just like, okay, well, maybe we have something that we started that it didn't quite work out then, but now you got new friends, new resources, new things. Let's try this thing again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you do start by yourself because guess what? It's your assignment.
Yeah.
You got to get the assignment first to know how to move, and you got to figure out the assignment and the vision behind the assignment so you know how to move. So as you move, people come along with you and they fall off, and you still carrying your assignment because it's yours. So, but in the beauty of, I'm excited because you're a part of my journey now, and I'm looking forward to, you know, us moving together the way we've been moving. It's been flowing really nicely. I'm looking forward to what God has in store for us in 2021. It's all about winning, as we say, you know. That's our word.
As we do. We're not just saying it, we're doing it. Like, I tell you, every day is a new win. It's a new win from somebody. Somebody's texting me, calling me, Mo, we got this. And that's the win for me. Mm-hmm. When I get those texts, hey, we got this came through. Yes. So I'm loving it. I'm in, as they call, hog's heaven right now, being surrounded by, you know, other women that get it.
Yeah, no,
we don't have to do this. We don't have to stay alone. You know, we may start alone, but hey, you know people. I know people. We was on Clubhouse 2 a.m. with Terrell, my makeup. 2 a.m. Like I said, my friends, her friends, your friends, everybody's friends just in there collaborating. Okay, you got this story, she got this story. Hey, this is how I can help. And people just really just pouring into each other. Hey, I got you. What you need when you need me to fly out. All right, boom. And that's how I feel like it should be working. And that's how I know that it's working for other people. And that's what I strive to do with the people that I'm working with. Like, okay, guys, I know somebody that knows somebody that I can make a phone call, send a text, and you good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I am so excited about you have no idea. No, y'all don't have any idea about all of the things as I say sometimes, like we in the lab. Like I'll drop like bits and pieces of things, but when this album drop, and like my boy Corey say, when we go platinum in this thing,
Uh-huh.
it's just going to be so amazing because people just want to see the finished product. They're not going to see the late night clubhouse call, the early morning texts, the midday check-in, the Sunday night check-ins, all of the check-ins. Hey sis, you good? You need anything? We don't show that, but that's the meat and potatoes and the grind that nobody sees. They just see like, dang, they doing it. They don't see all of the back, and we don't need to show them all of that.
No, that's not the important part. No, we can't wait to show you impact.
Yeah,
that's what we waiting to show you.
Absolutely, and make a difference in these kids' world. So I know you were saying how you teach at the school and these second chance students. What is that like? Because I know, like I said, I wasn't a second chance student. I probably should have been, but I know some people, and these kids got these chips on their shoulders, and these parents. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with the parents that's like, my kid is never wrong?
I don't deal with the parents. That's why.
Okay.
I deal.
Okay.
I don't deal with, as an educator, I don't deal with the parents, and I don't have to deal with the parents. So the second chance piece is adults, but the at-risk youth is the kids. It can be from anywhere between 15 to 24 years old. So, I allow them to be who they are. I allow them to, go through their journey and experience them first. I don't dictate and say they're bad kids.
Mm-hmm.
I allow them to go on the journey with me. I hold them accountable for why they're in the room with me. And then they, we bump heads on the journey. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but that's the beauty of it, because I've done it so many thousands of times now. I've done it so many times. And just when I get on the other side of it, that's like, ooh, I got another one of those. I gotta put my mojo out. Yeah. It's a blessing because me working at Job Corps, the parents drop them out. Some of them don't ever come back. So it's my responsibility. I take the responsibility of becoming that person that they need, because in that, as we've been talking about it with organizations and systems, they don't have all the key things in place. So with Job Corps, you need a job to have a home. You need a home to have a job. And then they don't have that as a service that they offer. So I make it my business to do and make sure that they have that. When I lost my mom, I had a little extra money left over from her insurance policy. I put it aside. So I used those funds to put deposits down on my students' places to live. And they had to pay it forward back to me so I can do it for the next student. But that's what I use those funds for. So I've been able to bless students with a place to stay. I've given them cars, because God blessed me to be able to give one of my students a car. I'm not bragging about that, but it's just, they need it. They can't survive in this world on their own. So if God has it for me and I'm able to give it, why not?
Absolutely. And it's not bragging. Like I said, it's PR. It's, letting the people know, hey, when you give to my organization, or when you give to this organization, hey, this is where your money is going. And I love that, because
that's not even me. That was my personal side. I didn't even have an organization then.
I know I'm leading into that.
Okay, yeah.
So it's the beauty of it is, okay, and I assume, when you started, I ain't gonna assume anything. So tell us about Phenomenal Young Women and why you started that, because I'm pretty sure it has something to do with what the missing piece that you just talked about, but you tell it in your own words, because I don't want to say nothing that you don't want me to say or get the story wrong.
It's my story. I'm not ashamed of my story. I'm learning not to get as emotional, but as you see, my butterfly, my organization, the symbol is a butterfly, because I lost my mom in 2012. And that's how she comes back to visit me. And I'm an only child. My daughter is an only child, so I know what my experience was being an only child, and I wanted to make sure that her experience wasn't the same as mine. So I wanted to create a safe space and a brave space for young girls to come and be able to share whatever's on their heart. Whatever they're on their heart. I always wanted to be able to share my heart with my mom, but she was so busy hustling, trying to do. She was a hairstylist for so many years. She got time to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So, there were some needs that I needed met that didn't get met when I was a young girl. So I wanted to make sure that I created a space of what those needs were, but I didn't go off of what I was missing. I just created the space. And then I brought the girls and I asked them, what are you looking for in the organization? Because I want to create something that they're going to come to. I don't want to create something that I wish I had when I was growing up, because that's not going to be interesting because their interests are different. So I created Phenomenal Young Women. It is a nonprofit organization, 501c3 for young girls ages 8 to 18. We service them in supporting them to build blueprints for success through academics, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, and social skills, as well as the key piece is teaching them the value of becoming and being a woman holistically. So I enjoy it. We've been running since 2016. As we talked about before, I started with a co-founder and now I'm my only founder. So
It be that way sometimes.
it's the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, people don't understand the hard work that is required and the commitment that's required of you, and until they get into it, and then once they get into it, they're like, no, I can't really do this. So the one thing I wasn't gonna do is create this for young girls. They get excited about it and take it away from them, because I know what that felt like for me. If somebody created something for me and they took it away, it hurts.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't happen. That's not gonna happen on my watch, no matter how hard I have to work. And I thank God that, you're in my life. And now we have this whole new crew of other people in my life to help me build them in 2021 and beyond. So I'm excited.
I am too, because it's like I wasn't an only child. I have a little brother, but he's like 9 years younger. For the first 9 years of my life, I was an only child, so I get it. But I had cousins. I wasn't lonely.
Yeah, no.
But I still, and that's why I love sisterhood so much, because I don't have a biological sister.
You do.
So I do. Don't get me. Listen, don't start.
Yeah, we're all sisters. God just gives us the timing to come together at the right time so we can fulfill each other's need when we need it the most.
Absolutely, because there's so many women that I know is like we're still, even though we have all of the basic needs, now it's like, okay, let's go to those secondary needs. Now, what else do we need? Okay, we got the lights, we got the roof, we got the car. Now, what's next? Okay, do we got the friend that can we call? Like, who? My thing is, okay, if I got good news, I need to be calling somebody. What was it? New Year's Eve or New Year's night? I'm like, Todd, like, what?
You were so excited. I love the excitement, and I'm glad that I had the space open for you to be able to have that moment, because I know how it feels when you want to get excited about something and you're like, okay, oh well, I gotta be excited for myself.
Yeah, so I thank you for that, because like I said, we all need that outlet. We need a safe place to share our wins, to share our losses, to share all of the things. So thank you for that. I am so, like I said, the excitement is so, y'all, I ain't even putting on, this is real excitement, because there's real things going on to be excited about. And that's one, I keep saying one of the things, because it is, I take one thing, try to take one thing at a time. So, but one of the things I want to create, for the people that I'm working with, is that sense of excitement, because I know when I don't have anything to look forward to, that's when the depression sets in. So I always want to have something to look forward to. I always want to make sure that the people I'm around, they know that, hey, y'all have my 100% support, what we need to do, what we need to share, who we need to, what all of the things, you let me know and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited about that. And I know, oh my God, every time I hear you say you have 30 years of experience in the hospitality field, I'm like, Dang, that's more than my little 20 years. I thought I was doing something with my little 20 years in the Air Force. Sister girl got 30 years.
Yeah, no, yeah, I eat, sleep, and drink it.
Yes.
As a kid, my mom was she tapped a little bit into the hotel business, and as a high school kid, I'm trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. I think you like hotels. You should do that. But in my mind, I wanted to be an accountant. But you know how we let people get in our head. They're like, that's hard. It's hard. You don't want to do that. So I listened to them instead of. But then I listened to my mama and said, let me just try hotels. And I went to college and got my degree in hotel restaurant management and worked for Marriott. They paid. I don't have student loans. They paid for it as I went through it. And I've just been doing. I've been traveling. I traveled across the country with Marriott corporate headquarters for been several hotels. And I love it because you get to serve. I love this. My grandma, I had a Medea. Medea taught me how to serve. And she served her community and she served it with her whole heart. And that's what I fell in love about serving. And that's what I apply, in the hospitality industry, although they teach you that as well. So that's all I've been around. So that's all I know how to do is serve people in excellence in the way I will, be treated. That's how I treat them.
Yeah. And I am so glad you're doing this and giving back, with the consulting, because right now I know the restaurant and hospitality industry took a huge hit. So I'm glad you opened your books and you're doing the consulting to help try to save some of these restaurants and hotels and all of the things. Because the last thing that I want anybody to do during COVID is to have to shut their doors. For somebody to have started a business and put all of the things in and to let this happen, guys, do not shut your doors. If you're having any kind of financial issues, I know there's city grants, state grants, there's funding. So you got to do it. You don't have to have your stuff in place and your stuff in order. But there's money out there. And if you need help to try to figure it out, like I said, you got me on the marketing side, you got Taj on the hospitality side. We can figure this thing out. We listen, do not suffer in silence. And I tell y'all that every day, not every time I come on live, but y'all know that's what I stand for. Do not, if I know somebody, then y'all know somebody. We're going to find the answer.
And the beauty of even just the day before yesterday, when meeting with the client that you introduced me to, it's just every time I sit with somebody, I never thought of that before. So that's why I call myself the creative solutions coach, because I'm allowing you to pull those things that you've never thought of before.
Right.
It's got money attached to it, so you might want to think of that.
It's so funny to say that when I worked in the radio. And I never really, because being in the military, we never really thought that you made what you made. You was going to get what your rank and what your zip code determined and your years of service determined. That's how your salary was figured out. But working in radio, I would always go to the program director. I would have these phenomenal ideas, but they didn't see the light of day if it didn't have enough money attached to it. And I used to be so mad, but now I get it. You can't do anything if there's no money attached to it. Like, who gonna pay for it? Who gonna pay for the talent? Who gonna pay for the gas? Who gonna pay for the truck? So I have a whole different mindset when it comes to money now.
Yeah, and that's the word of the year is mindset. If I can get you to sit down long enough and hear the way you process your thoughts, I support you in shifting that so you can really see and hear and declutter, so you can peel back the layers and find those skills that you can turn into some money.
Absolutely, because people still spending.
They
still going out to eat. They still gonna have some drinks. They still going out. They still gonna be, the entertainment ain't going anywhere. Yeah, you may not be able to go to the concerts and to the movies and all of the things, but people gonna eat and drink. I know I am. I don't know about y'all, but down in the fall, it's gonna eat and drink.
That's how we survive off of food now, right now, especially now during COVID. I keep sharing, because like I shared the other night, is that people keep saying, "Well, COVID's come. I just don't know what to do." And I was one of those people. And I had that. My mom is like, "COVID didn't steal your skills. Right. So turn your skills so you can pay them bills. Yep. Let's go find them skills so we can pay some bills." you know.
Absolutely. And that's like I said, the more you know, well, it started in 2018, but the more you know live, because it was, and I was telling y'all last week, I think I was talking to my cousin Ebony. I was all hyped. I had went to see Oprah in Charlotte. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to do this. I got all the lights, the screens, everything. And I'm about to do this show. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk. Girl, then I was devastated. I told her I had to apologize because I didn't even have the heart to say, girl, we can't even do it. I'm so sorry. But then it was just like, why can't you do it? Everybody else started doing lives and Zooms and doing all the things, even the TV people. So I'm like, okay. And I had StreamYard before. Like I said, I have all these tools that I'm just paying for, ain't using. I'm like, Mo, get yourself together. Yeah. And now as you can talk to not just the people in North Carolina, now you listen, you in Maryland. I talked to Tamika, so she's in Maryland and folks everywhere. Letitia's in Atlanta, Ramona, Florida, Carla, Kansas City. So the power what COVID did, it was like, okay, if y'all got internet, I know some people don't, and we're still, working on the digital divide and all of that stuff. But for the most part, folks got internet and they're doing the hotspots. And I know my auntie got married last Friday. Oh, yeah. And we did a Zoom wedding. My 95-year-old auntie, her daughter got her on that Zoom. So I was like, you know what? We ain't making no more excuses for y'all. Because y'all, we got people that know how to do it. If you want to stay, I don't want to call anybody ignorant, but if you want to stay in the dark and not ask for the help, ain't nothing I can do. Because there's somebody out there that has a solution to your problem. You just got to let it be known like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Because y'all ask Facebook everything else. Y'all ask Facebook,
Google, everybody else.
Y'all ask Facebook the craziest, most random things that you can Google. And hey, put it out there. Hey, I need help with this.
The person sitting right across from you that you ain't even said nothing to is probably the answer to your question.
Yeah. Or like I said, we can go down a rabbit hole with this, but I know I'm watching the time. So guys, y'all heard Taj tell y'all all of the wonderful things you're doing. I know she wasn't going to bring it up, but I'm definitely going to bring it up. So Taj is actually a part of an Elevate, Raise Her Voice contest. And I'm personally asking, I'm going to post the link that y'all guys vote for Taj because we need to raise her voice. I know we're all happy with Stacey and all the things that she did in Georgia and getting us out to vote. We still have to exercise our rights to vote when we have our friends and family in these competitions where it can help elevate them to the next level. So if we want our friends in these high levels, hey, we got to help push them up there. You can't wait till they get up there. Then you trying to call, hey, can I get some free tickets? They're going to be like, who?
No. On the campaign.
Todd, can I come to your dinner? No. We'll see. But so guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Taj, thank you again. Please let everybody know how they can connect with you on social. And so because I know we got to get ready for Clubhouse at 8:00. But let everybody know how they can get in touch with you.
Follow me right here on Facebook. My consulting company is Taj Consulting and Events. Follow me on there. Or if you have a daughter between the ages of 8 and 18, you can follow me at phenomenalyoungwomen.org. And PYW on Instagram and Taj Consulting Events on Instagram as well. So, and now in Clubhouse, come on,
right,
and join the Nonprofit Legacy Club. We get ready to go over there at 8:00 and have some conversation about strategically aligning to win this year.
Absolutely,
so I'm excited. We get ready to do this real big, and I'm excited. Thanks for having me. This is so awesome.
Thank you so much.
Your logo. I'm matching your logo and stuff.
Girl, I thank you so much. I thank you for your friendship. I thank you for all the laughs. Listen, I thank you for paying your invoices.
Because she do submit on time.
Well, listen, Square submits on time.
No, so but I'm gonna say this. The last thing I'm gonna say is the one thing that I have learned in the past year is that you have to invest in yourself. So I'm blessed that I'll be able to invest in my sister in the work that she does. So that's an honor, and you're doing it with excellence, and that's what matters to me.
Thank you so much. I know, like I said, when I started, I was a little bit nervous because it's one thing to do something for yourself, but it's just like, okay, I expect these people to give me this money and do the things. But I tell the people that when you first starting out, the money ain't even going to you. It's going up StreamYard, Zoom, all of these subscriptions. Like, I can't even talk to y'all. I gotta give Spectrum they cut. I gotta give A&T they cut.
Yeah.
Ain't even seeing it. But you know what? It's worth it. It is definitely worth it because you gotta have all the things to do the things. So I ain't complaining. I'm just happy that I'm able, like I said, just to do this is a win for me because it's something that I always wanted to do.
Good, good. And it's more to mow.
Yeah. Oh man, listen, y'all don't need, they know. I'm trying to keep it toned down because they ain't ready for it. Listen, like when we blow. Y'all better listen, learn to love it or delete me. Delete us right now. If you don't like what you're seeing now, you might as well just go ahead and let me go ahead and block, delete. And but you know what? We ain't just gonna be on Facebook. Y'all ain't gonna be able to delete us from all of the things. You ain't gonna be able to delete us from the world. So no, I'm kidding, guys. Like I said, I love each and every one of you because if I didn't, I don't even tolerate folks I don't like and don't love. We don't even play them games. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here, like I said, so we can reset, get ready to turn up in Clubhouse. I know I dropped the audio thing that Clubhouse gives us to promote. We got the flyers, all of the things. So if you or anybody you know has started a nonprofit, thinking about starting a nonprofit, the thing we're dropping the jewels of, okay, what did we do wrong, but okay, let's avoid these pitfalls. You don't have to do this. Get this first. Well, I know this is the route I went. This is the route. Knowing what I know now, this is what we should have did. So that's the one thing when I work with my nonprofit clients, like, okay, I know you want to do this, but we got to do this, and this. Because the first thing even with nonprofits, the money. If you can't operate, you still got a hobby.
Exactly. And don't forget to grab your copy of the Nonprofit Legacy.
Absolutely. Your side copy. Your side copy.
Yes.
All right, child. Like I said, refresh, get something to drink, do all of the things, and I'll see you in the house, baby.
All right. Thank you for the Mo You Know Show.
All right. You take it easy.